Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Love with all your heart.
Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of The Lounge, presented by the Rotaract Club of Achievers Lanka Business School. So speaking of our guest for today, she's an emerging star in the field of entertainment as a singer as well as a TV host. She's beautiful, she's very talented, and above all, she's an amazing person. So I can't wait to see how today's gonna turn out. I'm sure you are too, and I'm sure today's gonna be a lot of fun. So, shall we?
Katirina oya hedurukam ratuna purude tol mage sayana pura dilisevi elli venakan satuta beda devi mage sayana pura dilisevi elli venakan satuta beda di.
So it's actually been so long. I mean,
Such a long time.
yeah, and I actually appreciate you making time for us because I know you're a really busy person. So starting off, I would like to first talk about your latest music video. It hit trending #1. So how do you feel about it? Did you expect it to be such a huge hit?
Yes, actually, I felt like, with the political situation and with the social situation we had, I think everyone was looking for new art, new things, especially with the year. I had really good expectations for the music video, but I really, in terms of numbers, I didn't know where it was going to position, but it was really nice to see it ranking up in the social media platforms.
Yeah, actually, and also this was your third original, is it?
Yes, I have been singing, kind of informally ever since I was a kid, but mostly competition and stuff. But I think 2017, end of 2017, I started on my first single, Hanguman.
Yes.
And then I did a collab with Rani Blue last year, and this is my third. Yeah.
So, any new originals coming up? Any plans?
Yes,
in the future?
actually.
Would you like to share, or would you like
I'll
to
give like a small sneak peek. Yeah, it's a duet with one of the renowned singers, Bachi. He's like a different caliber musician with a different texture, and I wanted to take up the challenge to kind of parallel with an energy like that. So this is the latest production by Pasan Lirike, and started the first year with one of my colleagues, Raj's production, and this is going to be the stepping stone for this year. And the next one also, hopefully, we launch maybe first week of audio.
I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. So, apart from your life as an artist, you're also a TV host, so you must be busy with that too. So, how's that life going on?
Yes, so I am doing 4 programs for Sri Lanka Rupawahini. I do for the sister channel, Channel I. I do the morning show, I do a travel and lifestyle kind of a program, I do a medical series, and also a Buddhist program that telecasts monthly for the poet. It's called Path to Freedom. So it's nice to see your workplace becoming family because you're always involved in creating good content. And being in national media, I have the privilege of building the network also with a lot of important authorities, intellectuals, and yeah, there's a lot of exciting things in the pipeline.
Yeah, and also those 4 programs are completely different to one another, so
yes,
it must be.
And it's crazy because I have a multiple personality thing because sometimes I have to bring out different sides because one is more intellectual, one is more kind of leisure and recreational, one is more artistic, one is more spiritual, and it's all about
should have a lot of preparation too, I guess.
Yes. So depending on what I wear, how I portray myself, there is a certain level I have to change. So yeah,
of course.
Nice.
So rather than being an artist and a TV host, she's also has excelled in her academics. So I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but you are a student from the Harvard University. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was like a highlight of my life, being a summer intern in entrepreneurship. I think so. I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology and pre-medicine from UCF, from University of Central Florida, and then I furthered in my internship to Harvard. And schooling in the north of America is I mean, north like America it's a different experience because but I think what's beautiful about studying there is you learn a new way of educating yourself. It's kind of like, you know, you're serving like you're in the buffet, you serve yourself. It's up to you to kind of drive yourself to learn things. And as you know, Winry, like different people are like wired, like their brains are wired differently. Some of us are good at memorizing, some of us are more visual learners, some of us like to do case studies, some of us are more experience-based learners. So Howard really offered an experience that really catered all types of people. So it's not like everyone was like, no one was falling behind. Everyone was, it was like a team effort. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's a place for everyone.
Definitely.
We think that it's very high profile
and I really want to encourage Sri Lankans to apply, because I feel like as far as Ivy League is concerned, a lot of people, and even if you want to go for a holiday, let's say you do your summer there, feel free to enroll in a program. It doesn't have to be because there is a selection process, but trust me, we come from a very rich culture. We have this humanity. We are very receptive and sensitive to the environment. We have this humanity in us that when you go globally, you realize that as a Sri Lankan, you have that more and you're unique. So I really encourage everyone to keep their transcripts and feel free to apply. And when it comes to like essays and stuff, write your true story, you know, live your truth, and you never know, like it's not rocket science at all. So always, it doesn't have to be even a degree, it doesn't have to be a diploma. Feel free to take a class, meet people from around the world. It'll be an enlightening experience.
So like, it's like being a Sri Lankan is already a qualification over there.
Definitely, I feel like, especially like, because we don't come from a perfect history too. Like we've struggled, we've gone through natural disasters, tsunamis, we've been through a civil war. And what makes like, overcoming these challenges with the resources we had, I think that's such a beautiful process to see. And the world should see that, the world should hear our stories. And I think taking it globally would be one way to write your way through to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant actually. And also, you must be having a lot of support from your parents. Like we normally think if your father's a doctor, you eventually should be, but in this case, it's not. They have given you the freedom to do what you love. And let's talk about your parents.
I think that support system is very important. A lot of people think privilege is something that takes you to your dreams. It's not. Because I've seen people who have resources, they have everything, but they don't have the support. You need the support. And I think behind every successful person, there's a really good support system who understands you. Because I think we have this one chance to like make a change. And not everyone is going to do the same thing. Like, you know, we all are such beautiful people with our own, like, you know, weaknesses, strengths. We are all like a unique combination. So sometimes there's a certain frame that only fits you. So I think for me, having supportive parents, especially, so my dad is one of the most senior surgeons in Sri Lanka. He's a gastrointestinal surgeon. And I used to go for, you know, college meetings, gatherings, and everyone was rooting me to be a doctor. And also, I also like to, you know, think, okay, I want to be a pediatrician one day. Even when I was in school, I was like, I want to be a doctor. And I love learning medicine. I love learning it. I love learning psychology. But I wanted to apply it in a different way. Like not by writing prescriptions or anything, but I wanted to put it in my songs. I wanted to, share it on TV. I want to heal people, but in a different way. By creating art, by creating content, by being an educator. So I explained it to them, and I've always done everything I can to earn their trust. So, and we're also like best friends, me and my parents. Like, it's crazy. Like, we're like best friends. We don't even feel a gap. Like, we always put it on the table, we communicate. So what I can say is feel free to always be close to your parents, because no matter where you go, that is an important essence. Unless there's a very unavoidable circumstance, I recommend that you share everything and try to negotiate, be firm. Because trust me, you know, what you do, it takes you a long way. So you have to be kind of picky. But I'm going to say I'm not a perfect person. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm still trying to see if this is what I want, if this is the ultimate thing. But for now, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like, your parents should agree, right? Like, it's maybe in a different way, like you said, but at the end, we all want the same thing, is to do good for the others.
Definitely. And I think we have to also change the perception we have about employment. Because I feel like a lot of people think if you're not a doctor, or if you're not a banker or a lawyer or like an engineer, apart from that, every other career is not that serious to people.
That's like something like really settled in a country like Sri Lanka, that you
Yeah.
have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer.
Yeah, but it's not the case. I think our generation can celebrate the diversity of employment,
Yes,
because we can be a successful country if instead of just producing 10 doctors, if we can provide 10 engineers, 2 doctors, 3 lawyers, 3 artists, if we can have the diversity in the careers, I think Sri Lanka can do a lot. Yeah, so maybe something to think about.
Yes, actually, definitely. So we are with Hirushi Jayasena on our 3rd episode on the launch. So we are going to take a small break and we will be right back.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
So we are back with Hirushi Jayasena, and this time I would like to highlight about the volunteer work you do. I know you have a lot of experience in that area too.
Yes, some of the volunteer work I do pretty low-key because of the partnerships, and also we work with vulnerable communities, so we really don't put it out in the platforms due to privacy reasons. But my interest in volunteering started, I think, when I was in my teen years. I think that's the age where we all like to explore more outside ourselves,
yes.
because we've been self-conscious till like 18, 19, and then you realize there's more to life.
But you like look what's out there.
Definitely. And so me and my friend, when we were in our freshman year, we started this charity group called Stepping Stones, where we did, so we went to churches, we organized a Sunday program to teach English, grammar, speaking to economically challenged children. And then once we flew to the States, we went on our separate ways. But every time we were here on holidays, we were doing some sort of a nice project to do book donations, or like something interesting. Sometimes it's really difficult with the time, because when you are here for vacation, you're mostly outstation, or you have to go and see your family. So we really try to match our times and do a lot of things. But it really worked out in most cases, and I was really happy. And when I was in the US, I really worked with the Breast Cancer Association of the US, the American Breast Cancer Association, and we did a lot of projects there as well. Some of them, the blueprints I shared with my colleagues here too. And the biggest highlight in my career when it comes to social service is, I think, the research I did for thalassemia. That's actually a project I took to other platforms too. So this research I did here continued to my degree abroad as well. So it is the most common genetic blood disorder in Sri Lanka, and it is still there on the rise because of the unawareness of how the blood incompatibilities work. And we actually did a lot of projects to gather funds, to make awareness, like to create content to different tiers of people, things like that. And also I want to kindly remind this amazing organization, the franchise of She Decides. We brought it to Sri Lanka, and I want to kindly remind Sonali and Mufi. We have been doing a lot of projects on women empowerment, and also talking about certain taboos pertaining to homosexuality or menstruation or abortion. We brought a lot of, we actually channeled our energy and organized events to bring students, university students, state university students, to talk more about it openly. And
that's the case in our country. We tend not to talk about it.
Definitely, and I think that is the high time that we really open about it, because I mean, what's right and wrong, it changes over time. Because there was a time when colored people were it was legally discriminated. There was a time when homosexuality was criminalized. But we realize that to the core of humanity, there's so much diversity in this world that you really can't put things into boxes and be like, this is black, this is white, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. It's very relative. And so us being in the center of the whole globe, we are like a mixture. We were invaded by different cultures, and then we went into global experiences, and now we are again with the trade understandings. We can see new cultures coming to Sri Lanka, so we have to have a bigger picture of what we are doing. So that is also happening, and we are working on a lot of vulnerable communities as well to develop their sanitation, to develop menstrual health, and also to do follow-ups and provide health facilities for people in poverty. So that's also the latest I've been up to.
Yeah, I must say that you have done some amazing work.
Thank you.
Actually, and if I ask like this, is there anything, like any area that you would like, if you get the opportunity, like what kind of thing you would like, any project, any future project that you would like to do, anything you have in your mind?
I think education is the avenue I'm really targeting, because no matter what I do, even by singing songs, even that, the attraction I get from that, or doing TV programs, or actually just being out there, even on my social media, my goal is to create content, to create that knowledge, to create that awareness. And if I make it look normal to talk about things that are like not so talkable, I can like create that wave, because that's something I believe in your organization. Like Rotaract is doing an amazing job, which I've been following up on, because I mean, education, we cannot wait for leaders to governments to do policy changes entirely. Sometimes we also have to kind of create this domino effect. We can also do things too, because we have social media, we have access. We just have to, it's a free account, you register. That is a really good place to learn things. I mean, going to school is actually more of a vintage experience now, because a lot of people get their content from social media. So we have so much access to educational platforms. It's up to us to make it an educational platform. So I think there's a big opportunity in filling the gaps of education by bringing organizations like yours and bringing other organizations and agencies to social media. I think that's also something I'm hoping to achieve.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that we should change as a nation. Like I think like we always wait for others to do the job, where it's our own, like what we do in Rotaract as well.
True.
So we take it up to our hands and we make our best to contribute to that.
That's true, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to be like you don't have to have a big brand value or massive funding. It could be just a word, it could be a statement, it could be a hashtag. Hashtags have changed the world. If you see a lot of hashtags, who knew a hashtag could make a social movement? But it has come to that point. It has come to that level of accessibility. So that's why I see potential in Rotaract. I see potential in organizations as such. And I'm hoping to work and pay attention to that silver lining in the future too.
Yeah, we would love to work with you and your projects as well. So we are going to take a short break now, and for the last segment of the lounge with Hirushi, we have planned something very interesting, and even she's willing to take up the challenge. So let's see. Stay with us.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
So we are back with the launch with Hirushi Jayasena, and as I said before, we have something very interesting planned for her. It's actually a simple truth or dare game. In this bowl we have a set of truth questions and a set of dares. So she gets to pick, and if it's a truth, let's see how she answers the question, and if it's a dare, well, let's see how you face the challenge. So shall we start?
Yes, and honestly I have no idea what these are. Truth. Name one song that you wish you could have done and tell us why. In the sense that a song that already exists, or one song that you wish you could have done. I wish I could have done it. Okay. Okay, there's so many. I look at it and I'm like, I see myself doing that. Maybe, okay, so one of my favorite singers is this Italian musician called LP. It's not Liquid Petroleum, which is, LP is a beautiful musician, and I think one of her songs is Lost on You, which I think everyone should listen to. It's the kind of song that I always dreamt of doing, but that style was in the back of my head and I just couldn't really bring it, like materialize it, but that's one of the songs that I would have done, yeah.
Okay, so challenge 1 complete.
Woo! All right. Then the next one is going to be, I hope, it's a dare.
Oh.
Show a hidden talent that no one else ever seen before. Well, oh gosh. Okay, I can
What
do
do you have?
I can wave dance my eyebrows.
Ooh,
Like-
I would love to see that.
So I can,
Shall we?
it's just like you lift this one and then you do the wave dance. Can you see that? Zoom in so you can see it, you know?
I can never do that. Both of
So
my
I think
eyebrows
that's
go
something
up.
I really practice in the shower, and so, like, you know, like you do this whole, like, you know, like that. I think that's one of my talents. And also going crazy, like absolutely crazy. And also I think another talent is like, I feel I can do like different kinds of, like I can mimic certain cartoon characters, like the voices and stuff. But
Yes.
no way.
No, you won't.
Oh my god, people are gonna think I'm crazy.
No,
But I'll
they
give
won't,
you a
they won't.
private show maybe.
Alright. Okay, after this segment then. Alright. Next pick.
Out of all your friends in the entertainment industry, who do you like the most and why? Ooh, that's a difficult one. Who do I like the most and why?
I
Oh
hope your other
no.
friends don't feel bad.
Guys, don't take this personally. So if it's, I think personally someone who's really close to me, does it have to be entirely from music or like film, or is it just art in general?
Art in general.
I think someone I'm really close to. Someone who do you like the most? Who I like the most is a difficult question, because some people are like, I'm inspired by them, some people I like them as a person. But someone I would really like, it's so difficult actually now when I think about it. Can I give it a top 3 maybe?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So I think my music producer Pasan Lianege is actually the top in my list, because he was a debut. He was like the person who really brought me into the industry with the music, and he was the first producer to do my very first playback song for films in the film industry. That's how I get introduced there as well. And I think he's also one of, because he does share a lot of special. We have a special highlight because that he was my first producer. And also, I think I really appreciate, okay, it's so difficult, but like I'm gonna have to say Ranidu and Iraj, because Ranidu, being so far away, being oceans away from us, he's currently residing, actually I'm gonna add Killer Bee to that as well, because I was always insecure about getting into hip-hop genre, because I always felt like I had a soft texture to my voice, so I was like, maybe it's something I'm not good at, like I'm more with the acoustic side. But they're the ones who kind of pushed me into the hip-hop side as well. And also I would like to kindly remind Raj as well, because these are all in the music industry, no drama, nothing, no issues, very easy to work with, very professional. And also because I feel like he's multifaceted, he's a good marketer, he creates content, he has created a lot of controversy that made people talk certain topics openly, which I thought was a breakthrough. I guess it was positioned differently. Some people positioned it as objectification, some people positioned it as philosophy. It depends on the perspective. But I really saw the society transforming in sharing, having no shame in sharing certain things, like talking about certain things. So I think these figures are like definitely top of the list, yeah.
Whatever the topic is, it got people talking.
It got people talking. I mean, just think about it. Like, there are certain topics that we were so scared of talking. And we are not idolizing people who are using, because even if a female is visually out there representing herself in a certain way, she likes to do it and she's out there. No one's gonna kidnap her and put her in front of a camera or anything.
Yeah.
So everyone has a choice. And I think these choices make things that obviously has two sides to it, and it's up to us to take the good things out of it, because we live in an era where we create bad things out of good things too. So we just have to, we have to see the bright side in everything, I think, yeah.
Wonderful. So next.
All right. Dare. Sing a happy song in an emotional way.
As in, actually, to put it in like this, like, you know the song Happy from Pharrell Williams?
Oh, that happy. Okay. Sing a happy song? Is
Yeah,
it?
sing the happy song actually.
Okay.
In a sad way. Can you do that?
Whew. All right, let me try. Let me try to like get into a minor note here. It's gonna be different because it's like clap along if you feel. Okay. Clap along if you feel, because I'm happy.
Ooh. Okay.
I could have cried, but like I'm just gonna leave that for like the after party.
Let's say that after the show you actually cry.
All right. Truth. Who do you love the most, mom and dad?
What?
What do you want me to say, mom? I'm just kidding. That's so difficult. Do I have to give an answer? Or should I be clever and just like find my way out of it? So it's difficult because I'm more physically attached to my mom. We're like best friends. We're like shamelessly ourselves with each other. I've never like hide anything from her. And my dad and I have a very intangible, more emotional connection. So it's really difficult because I feel like the intensity is more with my mom, but certain things last and sustains with my dad. So I just have to say I love them both. Yeah.
You walked yourself out very cleverly. The last one, let's see what it is.
Imagine that you get a chance to perform a rap in front of the god of rap, Eminem. How would you do it? Okay, I need my cap and my hoodie for this. So like, let me go get it and like low-key practice. I'm kidding. So do you want me to do a rap?
Can you?
All right, do you have any requests? It's not like I can do everything, but like I can.
I prefer Eminem.
All right. Can I get some lyrics or something? If that's cool. Yeah? All right, let me just get some lyrics first. So maybe I'll do Love the Way You Lie, featuring Rihanna.
Okay.
I think that was Eminem's one of the classic hits. I think I can do it actually. I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels right. And right now, sitting right in my windpipe. I can't breathe, but still fight. Well, I can fight. That's all I can do. Okay, I need the lyrics, guys.
All right, we are gonna take a quick short break, and we are gonna come back with the lyrics.
Right, I'm gonna make you do it.
I'm gonna make you do it.
I'm gonna
All right,
do it.
we'll be like that.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
So we are back after the quick short break, and she's here with the lyrics.
I'm ready for this.
Oh,
it's
yes.
the first time I'm
It's
doing
my
this rap,
dream
by the way.
come true.
It's literally and by the way, just to let you all know that rapping is actually not what I'm doing. I'm just like singing it fast, but I don't really call myself a rapper because there's so many other skills you have to have when you have to become a rapper. Like you have to phrasing, the emotions, being receptive to the tone, the depth. There's so much that professional rappers do. But I have one skill that a rapper has, and that is speed. Which I think I got like social media attention from. But definitely I want to work on the other skills so I can actually like be a rapper. But this is something I like to do for fun, so let's do it. Do you want to join me?
No, I'm not.
Maybe
I can't even sing, so I'm just gonna watch you do that.
All right, but you gotta like groove with me, okay?
Okay.
All right. This is Love the Way You Lie, so I'm just gonna see if I can do this. Now I know we said things, did things that we didn't mean, and we fall back into the same patterns, same routine, but your temper's just as bad as mine. You're same as me when it comes to loving and you're blinded. Baby, please come back. It wasn't you, maybe it was me. Maybe our relationship isn't as crazy as it seems. Maybe that's what happens when a tornado meets a volcano. All I know is I love you too much to walk away to come inside, pick up the bags off the sidewalk. Don't you hear sincerity in my voice when I talk? Totally this is my fault. Look me in the eyeball. Next time I fist, I'll lay the fist on the dry ball. Next time, there won't be no next time. I apologize even though I know it's lies. I'm tired of the games, I just wanted that. You wanna know no one she ever tried to go and leave again. I'm tied to the bed and set this house on fire. Stand there and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. But that's alright because I love
the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
Alright.
Yay!
Oh my god, that was so bad.
No, it wasn't. It was amazing.
Thank you. So yeah.
Yay!
So
I got my
I
wish.
survived.
You survived. It's a real achievement. Alright, so to wrap it up for today, so what do you think about the lounge?
I think it is amazing, and I have to kindly give my regards to the Rotaract Club of Achievers, because I mean, you guys are not just doing one thing. You guys are multifaceted. You do this. This is something amazing, like going ahead in media, because this is going to be a platform for you to talk about current issues also, because we spoke about a lot of things today.
Actually.
And thank you so much, Vinri, for being a part of this. And I think everyone should have some sort of a link to Rotaract Club of Achievers, because I heard a lot of your projects on, you know, providing sanitary facilities, the water systems, and also doing providing education, you know, filling that gap of education, informal education to vulnerable communities. And I think that is absolutely incredible. So I wish you guys nothing but the absolute best.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
And also to talk about any future plans that you're having.
Yes, so I, in terms of music, I do have 2 Bollywood tracks coming up. I did a collab in Mumbai, which I'm currently working on. But it has been kind of stretching out because of my time schedules and making overseas trips and, you know, trying to get the process done right. So we are currently having some discussions on that as well, but I'll keep you guys posted when that happens. And I'm also the associate editor for Hi magazine with Vijay newspapers, and we are creating some amazing content online. We work for the, we are handling the digital platforms for Daily Mirror and Hi and Tamil Mirror, all the platforms. So stay tuned on that too, because we have some amazing content coming up. We are going to touch up on different dimensions. So I invite you guys to stay tuned with Rotaract and me, so we can maybe, you know, do something amazing and keep you guys engaged as well.
Actually, being the editor of the Hi magazine, I think that's one step close to your dream as well.
Definitely. And I'm currently doing my MBA, so I am having this idea to actually install this amazing, like, it's actually so interesting. I'll actually, when the time is right, I'll talk about it. So I'm wrapping up my master's in business by this March, and I will be defending my thesis by September. So that is also going to be a highlight this year for me. But just graduating is not enough. Let's see what I can do with it, right?
Yes.
So hopefully you guys also will be on board with
Definitely.
Let's do something, right?
Let's do something amazing.
Right.
So thank you so much,
my
Hirushi,
pleasure.
for joining with us. I know you're a very busy person, so thank you for making your
Anytime
time.
for you guys, and it's my pleasure, honestly. It's lovely to sit down and, you know, chat, and also, you know, unite with one of my school friends.
Actually,
it's been so
long,
long.
since 2012, like you
Yes,
said.
I left in 2012, so it's amazing to see you, Vinri. So all the very best with everything you guys do.
And so thank you so much, and all the very best for
You
your
too.
everything,
Thank
all
you.
your future plans.
Thank
So
you.
that's it for today, guys, with the episode 3 of The Lounge. So stay tuned with us with our next episode.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.